Dawn, and you walk with a weight no one sees, biting doubts, a voice that lowers you, goals that feel borrowed. Today, you do something different. You stop the tide, look at the wound without insulting yourself, breathe with method, train a gaze that does not compare but understands, practice an ancient gesture of kindness toward yourself, and step by step, recover esteem. You no longer ask for permission to exist. Your confidence doesn't depend on applause. It depends on trained clarity. You do it in a noisy city as pilgrims, monks, and anonymous people did in times of war and peace, and it works. This holds because self-esteem is not a capricious feeling. It is the effect of processes you can train. If you change your relationship with sensations, with inner talk, and with your habits of attention, you change the story you tell about yourself. Wisdom traditions refined protocols that disarm shame and comparison. This is not decorative theory. These are brief practices that anchor your worth in something firmer than the opinion of the day. That is what we will do. It isn't an ending, it's a threshold. There is a secret room where your self-image is manufactured. Memories, voices, failures, victories enter, and someone inside edits them. Until now, that editor has been a tired judge. Today, we change the editor. The wound you don't see, there is an old noise that leaks into everything. Not enough. You heard it at home, at school, at work, on the street. Sometimes it comes dressed as perfection, other times as irony. That noise is not reality, it is habit, and habits can be unlearned. Picture an ordinary morning. You look in the mirror and think, those circles again, late again, me again. A sentence in 5 words, and the verdict, you move through the day with the brake on. Self-esteem doesn't vanish from one event. It erodes through thousands of small phrases. Rebuilding it is learning another language. First key, dignity before self-esteem. Self-esteem, understood as I like myself, is volatile. Today, yes. Tomorrow, no. Dignity, by contrast, does not negotiate. Inherent worth for the simple fact of being alive. Stable confidence is born when you put dignity before performance. It isn't a license for laziness. It is a foundation for healthy effort. If you treat yourself as something valuable, you care for yourself. You learn, you correct. If you treat yourself as a mistake, you punish and hide. Second key, the common enemy. It isn't the world against you. It is the factory of comparison inside you, allied with a system that profits from your insecurity. Algorithms that measure your value by likes, work cultures that reward excess, memories that repeat the harshest voice you met. We will cut off their food supply. Third key, the second arrow applied to self-esteem. You fail at something. First arrow, the fact. Second arrow, I'm a disaster. I never can. Nobody takes me seriously. Inevitable pain becomes unnecessary suffering. Recovering confidence is learning not to shoot that second arrow. How? With concrete practice. Practice map. 5 verbs that rewrite your self-image. I feel. I name. I allow. I love. I act. Feel. When insecurity pricks you, go to the body. Throat, chest, belly. Locate it. Name. Shame. Fear. Anger. Sadness. Simple words without insult. Allow, step down from fighting, recognize the emotion as a visitor. Love, offer yourself a phrase of kindness that doesn't sound like a slogan, an inner hand. Act, choose one small gesture aligned with your values, not with your panic. This quintet, repeated, rebuilds foundations. We will see it in scenes. Scene 1, glass office. You are asked to present, and your inner voice trembles. You'll blow it. Feel, not in the stomach. Name fear. Allow 2 long breaths. Love, may I be safe even while I feel fear. Act, quietly rehearse 1 key line. Look at 1 kind face in the audience as you begin. The fear doesn't vanish. You stay. That is already confidence. Scene 2, a message that hurts. Someone criticizes your project with sarcasm. Feel heat in the chest. Name anger and shame. Allow. Love, may I respond with clarity, not with venom. Act. You write a brief reply asking for examples and proposing a call. You protect yourself without humiliating. Self-esteem rises not because you win, but because you act from your center. Scene 3. Unfaithful mirror. You look at yourself and your mind does a cruel inventory. Feel pressure in the face. Name shame. Allow. Love, my worth doesn't depend on this mirror. Act. Choose clothes you like for you, not for an imaginary camera. Go out. Daily architecture, the house of confidence foundation, habits that respect you, schedules that protect you from depletion, food that is not punishment, sleep as a priority, confidence needs energy, columns, trained attention. Without attention, the inner voice drives. With attention, you decide. Windows, relationships that do not feed contempt, maybe fewer people but more true. Door, purpose, not grandiose. A humble one. Serve with what I know. Purpose brings order. Roof, humor. The ability to laugh at yourself without contempt. Whoever laughs with tenderness is free. Emergency tactics. For when the voice gets loud, antidote 1, anchor phrase. Choose one, memorize it. Nothing to prove, something to offer. Make it kind, make it clear. Make it today. Use it like a soft hammer. Antidote 2. The file. On one sheet, write 5 proofs that you are not your worst thought. Not trophies, facts. Keeping it near trains your brain to see reality, not propaganda. Antidote 3. The yes and. When the critic says, this could go wrong, you answer, yes, and I can prepare this way. You don't fight, you integrate. Antidote 4. Inner kintsugi. Imagine your failures as cracks filled with gold. You don't hide the breaks, you turn them into design. Not a cute metaphor, it changes your relationship with error. Road traps, to avoid subtle pitfalls. Perfection as self-esteem. I value myself when everything is flawless. Trap, life isn't a lab. Replace with visible progress. Comparison as compass. I'm